hopefully I've got this working right and you'll be able to hear me. We're going to go light on the ambient today, light on the ambient, because I'll probably hear myself back in a second actually, so which should be alright, means you'll be able to hear me. Look at that, I even got the right little tag on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, it is a windy one. It is a very windy one out here today in the harbour. So we are definitely blowing around. I'm amazed I haven't had the camera blow over yet, but we'll be alright. I look very odd. I'm literally standing out here by the beach. Thankfully, because of the winds, no one's really using this piece of beach. They're all over on the main beach. Otherwise it would be even more awkward, but there's going to be a lot of people suddenly surround down here a little bit later. Obviously, all the workers of the day are still working, so it will be a little bit quiet for now of people, which is cool, but I imagine some more will turn up. But yeah, I thought, okay, you guys wanted a little bit of a cruise ship stream, so let's have a cruise ship stream. Definitely nowhere near as exciting as our plane streams. They move a lot slower. There's a lot more waiting. And yeah, but either way, we're hanging out down here. Suzanne, you're going to be lost a little bit with the subscribe part of your little message, because this is a members only stream. I debated about whether I'd do it public or members only, but I did decide in the end I was going to go members only, and the reasoning for that is I was not 100% sure if this stream would damage my the build up that's already happening on the channel. I have no idea. We'll have to see how this one goes, and then if it's successful, maybe I won't mind and I'll do some more public ones. But for now, I kept this members only because I'd hate to think that the YouTube algorithm sits there and goes, "What are you doing?" Especially when people turn up looking for a plane and see a ship. Could be a little bit different. But anyway, we've got quite a while until they move. We've got two cruise ships in, you can see there. So the one in the front, that's Norwegian Spirit. And then the one in behind that is the Crystal Serenity. If anyone's ever looked up Crystal Cruises, there's only about 700 passengers, I think, on Crystal Serenity. So you can see they're almost the same size ship, but Crystal Serenity is, it's more of your silver service, I guess you'd say. 6-star, 5-star, something like that. So yeah, lots less people. Everything inside's gold plated. They're really fancy cruises. And so the people on each ship are totally different sorts of people as well, which makes things quite a bit different. Norwegian Spirit, I think that's closer to about 1,900 passengers. So quite a difference in numbers. All right, who's actually here though? How many of you are here? Because I don't expect too many people to turn up, but you know, this is just a nice Friday afternoon hangout and see how we go. So obviously Christine Frank is here, B&E spotter. Now I saw you mention something about that you're cruising here in December this year. Woohoo! Coming in. What ship are you on? That'd be cool to know. Airman, demanding airman, typical. Carol, how you going? Captain Mickey Mouse, how you? Tan Man as well. I've got to be careful what I do here with pushing my finger on the wrong buttons. Alex from Christchurch, Suzanne, obviously, you're here as well. Neil, how you going? Better get the popcorn, snacks and beverages ready. So it's not going to be a long stream. So Crystal Serenity is due to leave at 5 PM, so that's about 40 minutes away. And Norwegian Spirit's due to leave at 5:45. So we're kind of just going to see the two of them out, and then that'll be us done for the day. Yeah, no point hanging around here longer than we need. I'm not sure if there's any other ship movements due to happen. The tugs are actually out at the moment, so very possibly they may be. Oh no, they're still putting a ship in that came in about sort of half an hour ago. So I haven't double checked the schedule to see if there's any other ships going out. So the way the cruise ships here typically move is they move on the still tide or the slack tide. So currently the tide's going out, so once it's slack tide they'll head out. It's just a lot safer for them getting out. I'll show you a little bit later on sort of the path they take and how they get out, and we'll have a little look around as well. Look at the port, look at some of these sailboats down in front of us, and Yeah. Robbie Batista, how you doing? Just looking through, trying to catch up with you all. Trish, how are you? Love this. Cruising's your favourite. Going on a 3-week cruise on the 1st of March. Ooh-wee, nice. Not in New Zealand. That's fine. It is so windy today here. It's crazy. Hopefully that wind's not affecting you all too much. I can't hear it in my ears, but I have got the ambient down low, and I have got it on in the hopes that maybe we'll hear some nice ship horns or something a bit later. Aloha Adventures, how you going? Greg as well as here. Sorry, just scrolling through, starshipping across the universe. Blue Dog. Brookie G, how you going as well? NCL shows, yes, it's 5:45 for Norwegian Spirit. And yes, so with the wind at the moment, we are on the. Oh, actually, there's a plane over there. Shall we go for it? Shall we? I don't know why, but it's there's a plane up in the clouds over there. There we go. There's an ATR. Looks like heading off to Auckland. So we can do a little bit of bonus plane spotting here as well. Because of the wind direction, we'll get the departures from the airport. Now, I'm running like a very, very light setup here today. So I don't have flight radar or anything like that. So at the moment, we're kind of just going to go by what I catch by pure fluke. Or if you let me know that something's happening, then we can try and prepare for it. But provided I see your messages. There was a Sikorsky just came through earlier, actually. I didn't double check, but I think that may have landed here in Tauranga. Unless it went right over the top and went to Whakatane. I haven't double checked on where that actually ended up. You're able to see people boarding them, are you? Yeah, so their normal boarding time is like an hour and a half, 2 hours before. I've never done a cruise myself, funny enough. It's on the cards. One of those things to do. One of those things to do. No, Captain Mickey Mouse, definitely not both at 5:45. There's no way they'd both go at 5:45. That would be a little bit too much work for the port to handle 2 ship movements at the exact same time. Although what we do need to do is have a look for the tugs when they start moving it again, because the tugs here are really cool. I like their they got a new paint job recently, which is really awesome. So both will be, yeah, so Crystal Serenity 5 o'clock and Norwegian Spirit 5:45. Now, that's obviously scheduled departure. It doesn't mean that they magically will leave right on that time. Sometimes they leave a little bit late. It takes forever to get on and off the boats. Yeah, a little bit of effort to corral a couple of thousand people, and these aren't even the big ones. So on Monday, actually, we've got which ship? Whoa, who's here on Monday? Monday was Anthem of the Seas. So for those of you who might know the Aviation class ships, Aviation of the Seas, there's a couple of others. From Carnival Cruises, I believe. Anthem of the Seas is a biggie. She will be here, I think it's like 340 metres long or something like that. So that'll be in on Monday, so that could be a cool one. Who knows, maybe I'll end up back out here on Monday. Monday night it departs at like 8 PM, so could be an interesting one. We'll have to see what happens. Butsy, how you doing? Going on a 3-night cruise, Brisbane to nowhere. Are you doing one of those ones? Good way if you just want to go and hang out on a cruise ship and experience it and not actually go and do all the port calls and stuff like that. Big Daz can stop broadcasting your fishing boats, mate. I don't think any of these will be any good for fishing. These are, it's pretty much all yachts actually docked in here. The fishing boats we can't quite see because of the, oh actually, no, it's a lie. Can we see the fishing boat? There is a fishing boat. There is a fishing boat over there. There you go. If you look through the middle of all those yachts and in behind, and there's a fishing boat there. But yeah, crazy windy out here at the moment. Brookie G1 Love Boat. So Brookie, if you haven't, Princess Cruises, a few of their ships, they have the Love Boat theme song as their horn. So when they go in and out of port, they sit there playing the Love Boat non-stop. It's pretty hilarious actually, but kind of cool as well. Ironically, if you go back on my YouTube, I think I've got a video of one with the horn going. So funny enough, if you look back on my YouTube, I feel like there's probably more ships than planes on there at the moment. just because of the simplicity of me coming over here. So it's an hour drive for me to come here. I love coming over for the cruise ships. I've taken so many videos, so many photos, and I haven't even uploaded them all. That's the irony of it all. But yeah, love the cruise ships over here. Oh, the two big ones, they're your fishing boats. How many mates do you have to take fishing with you there, Daz? Emo, oh, you're a ship person, are you? And Picton on board what's that? The Vifa Nari, heading to China, log ship. Ooh, nice. There's also one for you. If you look back on my live streams, I actually did a live stream of a log ship that it failed. It lost its rudder leaving Tauranga. They towed it back in. It sat here for a couple of months, and then I did a live stream of it departing, which was really cool, watching all the big tugs and everything tow that out. Straight over the head. I mean, I wouldn't expect, I'd be surprised if Daz didn't have himself some decent fishing boats. There are some pretty big fishing boats coming out of here, and there is a marina with some really expensive, actually there's two marinas with really expensive boats, but from this vantage I can see the marinas, but we probably can't see any of the boats. We're a little bit far away from all of those. I'd love to do one of those Atlantic cruises, Blue Dog. Whoo! You can either go from South Africa, or you can go from South America, or there is the ones that go from New Zealand. So Heritage Explorer, so Heritage Cruises, they come out of New Zealand, and there's also another couple that also come out of New Zealand. So we are one of the primary access ports to Antarctica. Looks like a good day for it too. Hot, sunny, but very, very windy. So I had a look before at the actual, let me have another look actually, because I'm that clever I can. At the current port wind readings, we're sitting at 23 knots, gusting 29. So it's up there. It's up there, all right. We have no shortage of wind here. Captain Mickey Mouse went back and found the video I was talking about. Cool. Daz mentioning dredging. Actually, funny enough, the dredge is out. It's in the channel out in the outside the harbour at the moment. So I think it's already done all inside the harbour. So now it's doing outside the harbour. This is New Zealand's largest port as well. So in terms of ships and everything like that, this is where the majority of New Zealand's freight comes into, which is really cool. Auckland think they're special, but no, Tauranga actually has a better port, but it's also at capacity, so they need to enlarge this port here. Now, before I get carried away and start forgetting things to do, let's hit this little button here. Hey, Airman. Good old Airman has come in with the $1.99 US super chat. So thank you very much for that, Airman. Nice to see you here as well. And Butsy has come in with the $2.99 super chat. Butsy saying, go on a cruise, KDS. It's not like the Love Boat. Well, it depends on what cruise you go on. It's actually a real shame. So Viking, not Viking. Where am I getting Viking from? Virgin Cruises was here last season. They've got a couple of really cool boats. And those ones are a little bit different, so no kids or anything on those ones. So shall we have a little look around, see what there is to see? I can show you the general area that we're playing in today, because why not? What would everyone like to see other than the cruise ships? So this is area known as Pilot Bay. It is Oh, very, very windy today. When it's not windy, it's actually a really nice beach, great for families and everything, very safe in here for swimming. We can see a whole bunch of boats and stuff all around. So there's some reasonably nice yachts. There's a couple of little dinghies over there. Can I see the pilot? That's one of the tugboats is parked up in there. That looks like, no, Sir Robert's out, so that's one of the other two, the bigger ones. The pilot boats and everything park up in over there as well. There's a couple of cruise ships. If we go like this, you can kind of get the general gist of what we're dealing with. You can see there's a bit of swell, so this is normally dead flat in here. So, and then as we go around, you've got Mal. Also known as the Mount to people, or Mount Maunganui, currently closed after the unfortunate landslide that happened a few weeks ago. So we're not going to worry about focusing it too much on that. You can see just how tight the boats are all pulling on their moorings at the moment. So yeah, a little bit crazy. That sports ground is, oh geez, now you've put me on the spot and I've just had an absolute mind blank. Because for some reason I've forgotten the name of it. Pretty sure it's Blake Park. Bay Oval. Bay Oval is the main bit that you guys are looking at. So those light towers there, that's the Bay Oval. So that's where you'll watch a lot of the international cricket games from. They are played in the Bay Oval. The general area though that's within is called Blake Park. So. The other one we've got to keep an eye out for, there is the Black Falcons are making their way to Tauranga this afternoon. We may get a chance to get a glimpse of them. They're going to obviously land from the other end of the airport, from over the beach, so we won't see them approaching the airport, but who knows, there's every chance we may get a glimpse. I've got a notification keeping an eye out for when they're on the move. But if you get a chance, if you see them, if anyone's playing on flight radar and sees a couple of, well, there'll only be one little dot, and I'll say Falcons, they're going to make their way flying across a whole bunch of towns in the North Island, and then land in here ready for tomorrow. So for those who don't know, we're going to stream that as well. They're putting on an aerobatic show tomorrow. Hopefully this wind dies down for that actually, because that might affect it. Check out this little boat. Where is it? Having a hell of a party in there in the swell. Hope there's no one on board. So a few other, we've got a whole bunch of bulk carriers as well. So there's a few bulk carriers lined up down that side, all getting loaded up. That one there's possibly got logs. I can't actually see myself on my screen. But yeah, lots of bulk shipping goes out of here. That's a fuel ship all the way down there. Then if we look over a little bit further, you can see in behind there, you can see the bridge marina. So a few nice boats in there. Not talking like, million, well, we're talking millions, not hundreds of millions or billions. Then we cruise around a little bit. You can just see a little bit of the Tauranga Harbour bridge. And then on the other side over here, we've got the container wharf, which is big enough for sort of 2 big ships or three smaller ships at the moment. They need that bigger. They really could do with fitting some more ships in there. If we go around a little bit more, there's the actual container wharf. You can see there's in the middle, if you look on Google Maps, it's really cool. There is a massive big sandbar. Well, it's not massive, but it's big enough. That completely pops out at low tide, and it's actually really cool. I enjoy that. We've actually parked the boat up quite a few times and just hung out on there because why not? Over here, that's the boat club, and there's a fishing club and stuff in there. Then if we cruise around, there's the Tauranga, the other marina, the Sulphur Point Marina, which is also where most people launch their boats for going out with trailer boats and everything like that. As we look around down here, we're now looking across at Otamotai, which is one of the suburbs in the area. and we can sort of cruise around. There's Otamotai, around to a lot of sort of Matua is the next bit of area, and then we look all the way up the harbour, and we're kind of restricted. We get a little glimpse of Matakana Island. So those trees that you're looking at there, that's Matakana Island, and woo, that's windy. It is crazy windy. Neil talking about the hills. So over in the background, there's tons of hills actually. I'm trying to think which ones those are. So there is Papamoa Hills, but I think those are actually further around. So I think the Papamoa Hills are actually those ones over there. And then yeah, so all these hills here is essentially what divides Tauranga from Rotorua, where I live. So I drive around them one way or the other to get home. There's two different roads to get here. So, and then yeah, we come round, and the beach is pretty empty at the moment. So, a whole bunch of nice big trees, and there's also a lot of, like, you can rent out different types of watercraft for a bit of fun. So sort of paddle, whatever those are, paddle bikes. Guy down there does catamarans and kayaks and stuff. There's also, that's another club in there. I think it's another fishing club, the Mountain Fishing Club. Whoa, this wind is crazy. That is something else, all right. Butsy's heading to New York City in December, are you? Really nice. Oh, okay, just going over. You're talking about the Black Falcons there, are you? Now, is it just a single one, Christine, or is it actually labelled as Falcons? Because, I mean, I'll take one, but ideally what we want to see is Falcons. Oopsie, how many times did I press that? Just once. We're good. Awesome. Baker coming in with the $1.99 Australian. With a super sticker. I haven't fixed any of that yet, so we get descriptive stickers in the message box there, and in this case we have a rainbow clapperboard with the words "behind the scenes." Oh, cheers for that, Baker. I haven't got around to fixing anything. I got home about 1 AM, so by the time I sort of woke up this morning, did a couple of things for work, and then decided I better make my way over here before it's too late. So, hills are alive with the sound of music. How's the wind for everyone at home? I'm not hearing it, but I'd hate to think that you guys are suffering through it. So let me know if it's horrible, and I can change some settings. If it's not horrible, then that's cool. We'll just leave it alone as it is. It's just one. The second one's left heading my way. Awesome. Okay. Second Falcon's left Ohakia, so they're coming a bit staggered. So what they normally will do, the formation will be normally 5. Now they may fly up the formation a bit smaller today. And they normally send a couple of extras as well. So they like to have some spares, just in case. You know, having a spare plane and spare pilots as well, just in case. The wind isn't horrible. Cool. I mean, I don't even know if you can hear anything from that mic at the moment, which is, yeah. We'll see if we can get a bit of foghorn from the cruise ship later. We'll see what they do. Hopefully they will. So we've still got a little bit of time till they move, and if they even move on time. Suzanne said, well, I feel like I might have to turn it up then and give you all more wind. It's barely, yeah, it's not bad. It's barely even registering on the actual mixer, so that's a good one. Okay, so you are hearing that there is wind. Okay, that's a start. That's a start. I'm cautious to put too much of a low cut in, because I don't know what their foghorns are like on these ships, and I would hate to miss a really cool, deep, rumbly horn. Butsy. Oh, Lord. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, well, that's cool. If they've left, it'll be interesting to see what path the Falcons or the Texels do take. The Texans. It'll say Texel potentially, because that'll be the silver if it's in a formation. We may see Tex Gold or Tex Silver. So that does indicate a formation as well. Or it could just say Texan 2, Texan 3, Texan 6, whatever. We'll have to see what we get to see. Yeah, I haven't got too much more to show you. Lots of little boats to look at. I'm cautious of trying to show too many people on the stream. As you can imagine, there'll be people coming down here to watch the ship, and so we're definitely not going to be zooming in on the people. Rigoberto, how you doing? Welcome along. The tugboats are still trying to get that ship moored over there, which is a bit of a shame. Oopsie, wrong lock. This one. So yeah, we can see over there the tugboats are still, they're trying to hold it against the dock while they get that one all tied up. With the wind blowing directly on the side of that ship, obviously having the tugs pushing it at the moment is absolutely essential. Texel is one and Falcons is the other. Awesome. So Falcons is the main one we want, but the fact that the other one says Texel does indicate that potentially that's also in formation. So we'll have to see. Maybe we'll get to see something, maybe not. Depends on which route they take. So when they get a little bit closer, we'll keep an eye on flight radar and see what there is to see. The boats are rocking and a rolling. Tell me about it, Butsy. I mean, even the bigger ones. If we have a look at even like that one there, going for a little bit of a boogie. So the harbour here is quite long and narrow in a way. So what happens is, if the wind direction is right, it just comes and builds up a ton of speed straight down the harbour and just absolutely slams. We're on a tiny little peninsula here. So Mount Maunganui, the area, is just a little peninsula between the harbour and the beach, probably all of about 150 odd metres wide or something, and very low level as well. So yeah, the wind's just rockets through here, and it's a little bit rough on a windy day. In fact, I should look at what is tomorrow's weather forecast, because that's going to be quite relevant to what happens with the Falcons. I'll be keeping an eye on whatever alerts and everything they put out as well. I'm starting to wonder, I reckon that this little yacht down here, oopsie, this one may beach at low tide. You can see it's absolutely at the end of its tether, and its tether is quite long. If we go sort of about there and there, and just check we've got it nicely in focus. Oopsie. You can see its tether is really quite long there, because obviously when the tide comes in, it needs a bit of tether. So it's a little mooring line. So because it's blowing in so hard, I think there's every chance it's going to beach just there. In fact, watching close, as it rocks, it almost looks like it may be touching. Or that could just be the rope pulling tight. Not sure. Blue dog. Oh, funny. That container ship came in from Melbourne, did it? Nice. So, only a little one in the grand scheme of things, of what we normally would see here. But every little bit of freight counts. Our cruise ship season here finishes reasonably early. They have to work it strategically, because biggest export from this area, one of the biggest exports, should I say, not the biggest maybe, but one off, I don't know if it is they, kiwi fruit. Anyone who eats kiwi fruit from New Zealand, there's a very high chance it's come from around this area. This is the kiwi fruit capital of the world. And so right in where Norwegian Spirit's parked at the moment, well actually where both of them are parked, they charter ships specifically for the purpose of taking kiwi fruit overseas. So complete charter services, freight charter. So as you can imagine, they kind of can't do that when there's a cruise ship in the way. Yeah, there's a few rough looking boats out here actually. It's a little bit sad. I feel like there's quite a few that don't get looked after and kind of get just left on a mooring and neglected. It's pretty common in the winds like this to see one that get beached here, break away from its mooring. Captain Mickey Mouse, all good. Head on off, you're all good. Thursday night on the east coast of Maine. It's a long way away from here. A little bit different to plane spotting. Could be interesting. I mean, if you're into cruise ships, they're like, in a way, you know, you look at a plane and you just go, how does that gigantic thing fly? When you look at a cruise ship and just sit there and go, how does that gigantic thing move? I really enjoy watching them come in the morning because that's when they have to turn them around, which is a lot more technical, obviously. But believe it or not, these days it's actually quite easy because the cruise ships can almost turn themselves around. The tugs are only there for safety. Which is pretty incredible. Wazza, how you going, mate? How you going? Tech Silver 2 just went over home. Whew, that's wasted no time. Okay. Well, we'll have to keep an eye out because that could be here in a few minutes, depending on what it is going to do. So what time do the big boats leave port? So in theory, Butsy, the back one, will be leaving in about 15 minutes, give or take. The tugboats aren't over there yet, so we'll know because the tugboats will actually make their way over. They'll tether on and sit there waiting, and then we'll watch the tugboats actually pull the cruise ships out. I tell you, actually, talking about this, the coolest thing about these has to be the tugboats. I don't know, I've got some fascination with the tugboats, to tell you the truth. So watching the tugboats pull these boats straight sideways is actually really impressive. Lee HZ73, it's easy, just physics, totally. Believe it or not, I believe, actually no, I don't know if did you ever come to Tauranga on your cruise? I can't remember now, we have spoken about this. I know that you couldn't dock in Auckland, because you were on Aviation of the Seas, weren't you, back in one of its first journeys to New Zealand? And I know that he enjoys watching the cameras over in Sydney, watching the cruise ships move around there. And he also sends me some videos every now and then of the cruise ships getting made and launched, which is also really cool. So Wazza is a big cruise ship fan. You know what I can show you for something a little bit random and different? Let's have a look at these little guys down here. I say little guys. You get all the seagulls just staring into the sun, or into the wind, should I say. They point straight into the wind. It's actually quite funny. So you'd think they'd hide in behind the boats a little bit better for shelter. Oh, Falcons has just hit my my alert, so that means that they're heading this way. What's this guy down here as well? One of our little seabirds down here at the beach. He's just having a little rest. He'll probably go out doing some fishing later. We've also got another bunch of seagulls over there. Look at the little fluffy ones in the wind. So they're all having a rest. But it certainly is windy enough here. Neil's got a few mates that love tugs and boats and fishing. Yeah, so funny enough, when I started up the channel, one of the things I considered doing was starting up a fishing YouTube channel. And then I realised that I probably wasn't good enough at fishing to actually, be good enough to go on YouTube. Right, I'm just going to quickly flick over and check out flight radar for a moment. See what action we've got. So, Texel is, okay, so it's heading towards Te Puke, so that potentially is just going to go straight in and land, and I don't know if we'll get to see it or not. They're only small planes, so it'll take us a bit to try and zoom that far. And the Falcons is following along the same line, so who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe they'll put on a little, you know, pre-display over the harbour here. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? But with the wind and everything, I'm not expecting anything special. We are going to have a Dashi take off from Tauranga in a moment, though. So we'll keep an eye out for that, because that'll pop out, not quite over the cruise ships. It'll pop out just behind them over the top of the... we might see it over the cruise ships if we're lucky. And Baker coming in with another one of those descriptive, very descriptive oh, stickers. This one just says drooling face. Oh, Baker, thanks for the $1 Australian super sticker of the drooling face. Oh, funny, funny. I've had so many ideas of how I wanted to start up YouTube, and hence the name Kiwi Does Stuff. I was like, I was going to do cruise ships, you know, like this. I was going to do some Bay Oval is behind the. So Butsy, yes, the Bay Oval is. You may have missed it when we did our little tour there. There's the Bay Oval over there. You can see the lights of the Bay Oval. I'll probably even zoom in a little bit more so you can just see the lights and stuff. So yeah. If you're into your cricket, and particularly like New Zealand T20s and one-dayers, and I think they've even done some test cricket there, it's become one of the coolest destinations for cricket now. It's kind of, you know, rather than going to the big stadiums and stuff, they're going back to these cool open sort of areas and changing things up a little bit. I think it's going back to a little bit more of a relaxing format. Kiwi Does it. Well, that's where Kiwi Does Stuff came from. Stuff, and I'll just do stuff. And it was exactly that. It was what stuff do you do? And it's like, well, a bit of this, bit of that. There we go. There's that Dashi making its way off to Auckland. You have to imagine your own plane sounds, though. See how far we can follow it. Doesn't look like it's going to disappear into those clouds yet. So. I feel like the wind is getting worse as we go. Probably doesn't help that I'm now pointed my head straight into the wind. I was standing side onto it before. Flight time from here to Auckland depends on which runway direction they're using in Auckland. Anything from sort of 20 minutes to half an hour, I'd say. Oh, that's almost getting impossible to hold the camera. Alright. I think that's enough. We're going to turn back around. Getting your head around where I am, southeast of Auckland. Correct, yes. So yeah, we're in the Bay of Plenty. So if you're on a map, basically look for Mount Maunganui, look for the big giant mountain at the end of the peninsula. You'll see just down from that Pilot Bay. I'm standing probably about 60 metres away from the mount. Almost as close as I can actually get at the moment, because the mount itself is closed due to the landslides and landslide risk. I'm actually amazed there's quite a few of you here for a members only stream, so we'll have to see. I don't know, what's everyone's opinion? Like, you know, should I keep these as just members only and prioritise the channel as plane spotting, or I just don't know what YouTube is going to have for an opinion of me doing ship spotting and plane spotting on the same channel. Little boat's doing a little bit of a boogie over there. So I dare say our first cruise ship's going to be leaving a little bit late. Those tugs are still tied up over there, trying to get that other container ship onto the dock. Text still on final, yeah, okay. So unless it overflies the airport, we're not going to get to see it, unfortunately. But if it does something fun and goes straight over the airport and comes at us, then we're good. Hey, look, there's a plane. Can we see it? Can we see it? Where is it? There. It's not a Texan. Looks like just a little Cessna. Possibly one of the flying school planes in the pattern. The local Aero club here is quite big, actually. They've got a lot of planes. Very busy here on a really nice day for flying school planes and GA planes and stuff like that. Am I near Stony Point? I don't know what Stony Point would be labelled as on the map. Or a Stony Point, are they trying to call the little jetty here Stony Point? So there's the Pilot Bay Stone Jetty. That is over there. So unless they're referring to that, you've got the Pilot Bay, the main Pilot Bay Jetty, which is that one. Or Pilot Bay Wharf, I think it might be called. Not really used as a wharf by much more than one little boat. Can I put the ambient mic near the waves? I like the relaxing sound of waves. Oh, actually, there we go. Look, now talking about other random YouTube videos. So anyone who's ever actually looked back on my YouTube, I used to do a lot of time lapses. And I've got so much footage at home for time lapses that I could do so many more and go out and make them. I loved making them. And I've got a video of a sunrise with the waves and everything. It's actually really cool. If you ever want just some nice relaxing wave sounds and stuff like that, it's probably from about 2 or 3 years ago now. At least that, actually. Can't remember what I called it. But it's the one about Martins Bay. Sunrise at Martins Bay. It's an actual video, not a time lapse. Get to listen to all the waves. Cruise streaming is about as exciting as watching grass grow. Well, I hope you enjoy watching grass grow. If it's not for you, you don't have to hang around. That's that's what's the cool thing about it. Some people are going to love cruise ships, some people aren't. But before you go, please hit the like button before you do go. And hey, we've got some planes in here as well. We've got some bonus planes. Just use YouTube audio and rainstorms to put your boy to sleep. Makes sense. Nice, relaxing. So we are 100% going late with the cruise ships, which is fine. Those tugs are still busy. Also put you to sleep. Pip and Orbit, how you doing? Man, that one little boat gets absolutely abused. It must just be sitting right in the sweet spot for the waves. Well, all the others sort of rock and roll a little bit, and then there's just one that just goes nuts all the time. Poor thing. That one here is just non-stop. Maybe there is something more on that boat than just the swell. The other one, if it wasn't so windy, about now we'd start seeing a lot of trailer boats going out to go fishing. But with the wind, it's highly likely that people are going to be a little bit more hesitant to go out on their boats and go for a fish. Might still see some of the bigger ones go out because they don't mind a bit of wind. Alex is lurking. BNE spotted left work early for this. That's nice. Well, that's something different. Thank you for a little experimental stream. Baker, you cut grass for a living, so that's the fun part. Nice. Butsy's got to go and pick up your cat from service. I don't want to ask. Watch back later. Awesome, Butsy. Oh, your car. Oh. just a little bit awkward. Just a little bit awkward. Oh, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh well. Go and get your car, Butsy. Go and get your car. Oh dear. Alright. Still got no tugboats yet, so they're all a little busy. Got one keen kayaker down here though. She's just powering out at the moment through the swell. It's not really too much swell, but for a little kayak, I guess it's a bit of fun. Keep an eye out over there though for when we can get our tugboats. Don't even own a cat. That makes it even more awkward. Oh, I don't know. How good is autocorrect? Yeah. Cruise you did on Norwegian Breakaway was during the 2014 Polar Vortex. Woof. Dock next to Queen Mary 2. That was in New York, right? Yeah. Which was converted a thick ice. It was insane. Hey, how many cruises have you actually been on, Was? Oh, looks like we have some tugboats on the move. We're going to get our tugboats now. So that little one, looks like there's the little one over there, Sir Robert, and I don't know which one that is. It could be either Tai Timu or Tai Party. I'd have to double check on marine traffic as to which one it is. or wait till it gets close enough to be able to zoom in on its name on the side. You're asking about the water temperature. That's a very good question. It's actually really warm here. Well, I say really warm. So the water in here at the moment is 21.1 degrees, which is actually like really pleasant. So even in conditions like this, it would actually be nice to go into. Go put your toe in the water and find out. It's actually right. It is really pleasant water here. So I find it just the right temperature, if you know what I mean. Not too hot, not too cold. Neil saying Kiwi does water temp checks. So, I was going to say, I'm trying to think of, for like Australians and stuff, how to compare this. So, I used to say this was like the Gold Coast, but I would say this is kind of more like Sunshine Coast as an area. So, nice seaside. It's not huge though. Like Tauranga City as a whole is pretty big. It's got like a population of like 150,000 or something. But the mount itself is not huge. You got the mountain and Papamoa. The main beach though is a nice golden sand beach. It's got that good balance of swell between what surfers love and what's good for swimming. Yeah, so I would say the most comparable for me would be saying possibly Sunshine Coast. Just the vibe is probably, it's not quite as crazy. Well, it's kind of somewhere in between. Between Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast. It's definitely not your surface paradise crazy. It's going to be cold here in December. No, December is just when it gets nice, actually. It'll be good. You'll enjoy it. So it kind of hits that sort of 20, 21 degrees in December. And then come a little bit later, it really warms up. But December, the water is good. Hopefully you get, the big one will be, hopefully you get a nice day. So we've had a pretty horrible summer this year. So hopefully next year you get a really nice summer. Pip wanting to know how my drive was home from Auckland was. It was good, yeah, nice cruisy drive home. Had to take a few detours due to overnight roadworks and stuff, but that's all good. For the most part though, it was perfectly fine. Looks more like Newcastle. I've never been to Newcastle, so I can't give an opinion on that. So you've got a good mix here of you know, sort of retirees, business people, but also it's a hangout for a lot of younger people as well, because it is, you know, the beach scene and everything like that. Lots of surfy people. Just down the next sort of place down from Mount Maunganui is Papamoa. There's kind of like parts in between, but they sort of all blend together. And Papamoa is kind of a mixture from families through to retirees. All right, we can see it looks like Sir Robert is lining up to the stern. We get to call like stern and bow and back. The stern of the crystal Serenity down there. And I've got to quickly open marine traffic and see what that other one is, because I feel silly not knowing which tug is out there. Taitemu. So the tug going to the front's Taitemu, which means Tai Party is still parked up at the dock. So if I've got it right, I think Sir Robert's a 50-ton bollard pull ship. And Thai Temu is a 70, about 70 tonnes, 70, 72, 74, something like that. So reasonable sized tugs. Definitely not the largest, but for what they are, they do a good job. Recently had new paint jobs as well, so they're looking pretty cool and spiffing now with their nice dark bottom and that deep, sort of rich yellowy top. They used to have a very bright yellow top. Is anyone keeping an eye out to see if Falcons are doing anything crazy? Or are they? No, so I see they've just gone out and they're just going to land. They're out over Papamoa at the moment. Right, so they're just going straight into land at the airport. So I might swing past the airport on the way after this. Not stream, but just get some photos of them potentially. Just for the, for the sakes of it. Because I can. And then, yeah, tomorrow, all things going to plan, they'll be performing about 1 PM. So we'll be starting up the stream about 12:30ish. It's going to be a bit of a hike. I can't park anywhere near where I'm going to stream from. So I'm going to have a little bit of a hike with all my gear to get there. So I'll probably be running the light setup like I am now, because it's just going to be too awkward otherwise. It's a little bit too awkward. But this is working for me, making things a little bit easier to do. Now it looks like Sir Robert is all hooked up. He's pulled back, and I don't know if we can quite get enough of a focus on him to actually see his rope going up to the ship. So he's hooked on. And if we keep our eye out, we can see the rope of Thai Temu on the front there, just slack at the moment, getting placed onto the boat. So we'll see that pull back in a moment. And then once all the dock lines are untied, they'll go full power and drag it into the wind. So there we go, it's stretching out its line now. Franksy, how you doing? It wasn't your truck that caught fire, was it? Hey, 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 hey. We have Texans. We have Falcons. There's one. There's one. Ah, look at them, look at them. There goes one there. Where's the other ones? So they've all sort of split off into a line now. So there's another one. There's one coming just between the ships at the moment. There we go there. Hey, look at that. We get a little pre-show of the Falcons from a long way away. Here I was thinking that we weren't going to get to see them. Love how the people, yeah, so big thing with cruise ships is the sail aways. You obviously get your initial sail away party and everything like that. Oops, careful, careful, just pulled my cables a bit tight there. But yeah, big thing is getting out on the balconies to admire the view. You'll see a lot of them will come over to this side so that they can get a good view of Mal on their way past. Not yours, Franksy. Well, that's good. That's good to know. Karina, how you going? Welcome along. Watching ourselves a bit of a crystal Serenity about to get dragged off. So actually we can see it is already moving by the looks of it, because now I might be wrong, but Were we able to actually see the whole bow before? No, maybe I'm wrong, because Taitemu's line doesn't look that tight yet. I might be seeing things. There's still a bit of slack in that line on Taitemu. Maddie's Mozzies, how you going? Lunchtime for you. Nice. What he means is his cat was a Jaguar. Or maybe he had to get something done with the catalytic converter. Karina's liking the ship spotting as well. Good to know. I feel like it's going to be a different audience that will actually enjoy the ship spotting. So whether it becomes a regular thing, a main thing, a members only thing, I honestly don't know. Or the alternative is I literally have to start up a second channel just for ship spotting, which is always an option as well. So I might have to do some experimenting and maybe do a couple of ship spotting live streams on public and see how YouTube reacts to it. The main one I want to make sure is it doesn't harm the plane spotting streams, because we're doing really good for growth on there at the moment, and the last thing I want to do is find that we destroy ourselves in the algorithm. Frank sees Steven Seagal. There's a few of them here actually. They're all sort of huddled down in the wind. So still blowing an absolute gale here. Be nice if the wind would calm off a little bit, but what are we? Let me refresh that page. Hey, where'd my picture go? 27 knots now, gusting 30. So it's actually windy enough, I'm getting wet. Suzanne, it's 1 o'clock time according to KDS. Is it the boat moving that makes you think of the wine, is it? So okay, we can see it is definitely moving out now. We can see the whole boat. The line on the tug is very taut. So they're doing a bit of work now. That's the pilot boat just down in there. Looks like their new one, Troy Evans. So that's going to be, or newer one, should I say. That's going to be making its way out to then collect the pilot and bring them back in. And also just sort of acts as a bit of an escort on the way out, making sure that no muppets with their pleasure boats are blocking the channel. Believe it or not, that happens a little bit here. It makes things a little bit awkward. You guys can even see the actual, wow, like we can punch right in there. We can have a look if you want to be able to. Let's give ourselves a little bit of extra zoom for cheating, eh? Oh, hang on, let me try and get a. There we go, get it in focus. So you can actually see, yep, you can see some people moving around up on that side there. Now that's potentially not the pilot though. So 9 times out of 10, the pilot actually will just station themselves in the middle, or they could be up on the other side. So most of the crew will be on the other side. Once they start moving though out of the actual channel, the pilot will station themselves in the middle, rather than in one of the wings. Mamaru quickly jumping on to say hi while I start the stream from the beginning. So hello everyone, hope you had a lovely day. You've just actually got the perfect time, Mamaru, so no point jumping back to the start. I think right now is as good of a time to actually just watch live, because we have movement from one of our ships, and then go back and watch the rest later, because that was kind of just a look around of what things are. Let's have a quick look at the pilot boat heading on out actually. See the conditions it's battling. Jet driven, that one. Cuts through really nice actually. It handles the swell really, really well. Alright, they're starting to turn it now. So conveniently where they are is almost kind of at the start of the channel. So we can see the pilot boat there is in the channel. So there's a channel marker. There's a channel marker. There's the sand they don't want to end up on. Thankfully the wind today is blowing them away from that. Another channel marker there. So then they kind of go to, there's the green one. So, there's the decision marker. So they'll go on the other side of that yellow and, oh, there we go, that yellow and black one. They'll go on the other side of that. So that defines where the channel starts. So we'll pull back so we can see the tugs doing their thing a little bit as well. Was been on maybe 5 cruises that he can remember there. Aviation of the Seas, Voyager of the Seas, Radiance of the Seas. So he's done a lot of those. Nice. Carnival Spirit and Carnival Magic. Cruising along like butter. It's a great boat, that pilot boat. Constructed in Melbourne, I believe. Looks like a pretty tight channel. Yeah, reasonably. I mean, they get some pretty big ships in. The channel itself is probably about 18 or so meters deep. So most of the bigger cruise ships that come in here have about a 12-meter draft. And it's just been dredged as well. So thankfully not too much of an issue there. And once they get moving, it's pretty good. They do have to make a turn, though, to get out of the harbour. We'll see the start of the turn, but that's about it. So we're not really positioned in the best of locations, but I wanted to go somewhere we could get a side-on shot of the ships while they're parked, and me not also take over a very popular location on the beach. So I used to actually go spotting off the beach around the mount, but unfortunately that's all off limits at the moment. So we just have to go with this view here. The one thing I've never got into, Crane talking about, getting into the ships and plane spotting and stuff like that, I've never got into trains. I'm not sure what it is, but trains just have never really I've never taken a fancy to them for some reason. Not sure why. It might be that we don't have the world's greatest entertaining rail system here in the country. Or it could just be that, I don't know. I mean, there is a bit of history, obviously. But definitely ships and planes are my thing. So it looks like it might be starting to come forward a little bit now. Oh, and Norwegian Breakaway. Right, yeah. Norwegian Breakaway is one of their bigger ones, isn't it? Ten-day cruise in the Malacca straight out of Singapore. Interesting. Would have been a different one. I'm a bit disappointed in you, Crystal. Haven't heard your horn yet. What's going on? Suzanne done Carnival Spirits to the Pacific Islands, 12 and a 10-day. Carnival Splendor, Great Barrier Reef for 10 days, and Ovation of the Seas, Brisbane to Sydney. Yes, I remember you doing Ovation of the Seas. We wasn't that the one where, where the guys were trying to get you to shine the light from the cruise ship? All right, starting to make some headway now. Tugs look like they might be getting ready to detach. So the tugs will detach, but what they'll do is at least one of them will still just guide it, just to make sure it gets around that turn all right. JVD Farms, how you going? So we can see now, that's Taitimu, wasn't it? Has disconnected. So that's going to back on out of the way. And then Carnival will pick up a little bit of pace. A little bit of pace helps it move in a nice straight line without being affected by anything. B&E's only done P&O and now Carnival Encounter Grand Princess. Ooh, Grand Princess in December, nice. So, trying to see, looks like there might be a few people out on their balconies there. The standard thing to do. Not many. Oh, plane. Look at that. Little bonus plane in a ship stream, eh? Oh, turning this way. Oh, that's a Barrier Air caravan. That'll be going to, should be going to Auckland, I think, maybe, or maybe going up to Barrier. Should wave to them, probably a little bit far to wave. So, I tell you the cool thing. So the beach point that I used to go spotting from was literally on the edge of the channel. I would have been all of like 100 meters from the cruise ship, but unfortunately that's off limits now. So there we go. So we can see Sir Robert now is going to head on in. He'll either go in and park up, or he might be heading straight to Norwegian. And Tai Temu is going to guide this one out. just sit on that back end in case he has to give it a bit of a shunt to help it round the corner. Oh, that wind. Doesn't look like it's getting any better. In fact, there's a bit of a, looks like a bit of a storm front coming through. If I pull back and look up, you can see a bit of a storm front there. So I'm wondering if we might be getting a little bit of extra wind from that now. Hopefully it blows over overnight. Check out the logo up the top there. A couple of seahorses by the looks of it. Landing on straight off the top of the ship, yeah. Cackle every time I see a plane. Oh, nice. Auckland Queen's Wharf, great to see ships 50. Yeah, I've done a little bit of ship spotting up at Queen's Wharf. It's, yes, it's not as good as it used to be. You used to be able to get right next to them and touch them, but that's kind of all closed off now. But still is nice. All right, looks like Tai Tumu is pulling off now. It's satisfied they're going to be all right. No one on the dinner due to the buffet dinner balcony due to buffet dinner being available. Yeah, I mean, obviously, cruise ships are funny when it comes to dinner. I don't even know if Crystal would have a buffet. There's a few people up the front there, but it looks like most people are possibly in their own balconies. The awkward thing I find about Queen's Wharf is the angle. You don't kind of get to see it, do the actual. Well, you can move around a bit. So going over the other side, depending on what boats are in or out, so what room you've got. Also really cool if you can ever get up to the Hilton, but at $600 a night for a room. So we're going to lose Crystal Serenity pretty quick as it heads around the back of the mount. We can see there's the corner of the mount there. There's the ship. So we'll follow it as far as we can, and then we will send it on its way. Very expensive ship. Indeed, James West. Very, very. Yes, it's a little bit different than your normal thing. So, a little bit disappointed though, Crystal. Didn't give me any blows of the horn. Meet the Falcons, how you going? JVD Farms, you got your, okay, thanking Aviation Pete for the gifted, very good. Alright, there's the last of Crystal now disappearing. So normally if I was on my own at this point, what I would be doing is now racing to the car and racing around to the beach to go and see it heading out the other side, but not really practical anymore, and also not practical with this setup. So that is all good though. Bit of a yacht heading out there, but more than a yacht that. Haven't seen much on the way of boats. You'd still normally see a few boats that are are keen enough to go out and play in the swell, but not today. Alright, let's punch back around and grab a Norwegian now. So we can see the tugboats already both there tying on to Norwegian. So it looks like that's going to go straight out pretty much. We're 10 minutes away from its scheduled departure, so it'll go on time.
What was with that motor? Looked empty, the last one.
Because it's cost thousands to go on it. Crystal Cruises, it's like 6-star, silver service, gold plated. Yeah, that's the one. Suzanne, yeah, so far is why I prefer Carnival, because it's in Australian dollars. Interesting, yeah, actually, good point. Good point. I always do wonder how a lot of them do their currency from wherever they're sort of based, but it gets a little bit tricky. It's all about trying to find the best package, right? Meet the Falcons. Swim around the boats here on a regular basis, do you? Hey, awesome, awesome. Not the best of places to swim right now. A little bit windy over this side. Main Beach was really nice actually. I stopped off at Main Beach on the way here, and it was really nice. So obviously it's always the way here with the wind. One side's going to be windy, one side's going to be protected. How do they get the line to the boat? So on board the boat, inside you can see the little holes there. That's a whole deck. And so there'll be crew from the boat in there. They'll lower a line down to the tug. Then the tug crew will tie that to the main tow line. Then the crew on board the ship will pull that up and hook that onto one of the bollards inside the bow or the stern, wherever they are. Yeah, wait an hour for late returnees. So they have pretty strict return times. Everyone's seen the videos of the cruise ship that's departed and left the people behind. The good thing is in New Zealand, as long as it's not your final day in New Zealand, it's not too hard to get you to the next destination another way. You know, so if you miss the cruise ship, they'll just have to fly or drive you or whatever to the next place. From here, it's only a couple of hours down to Gisborne or a couple of hours north to Auckland, so of driving. I also just realised that Baker Baker also dropped in another $2 super sticker with a nice descriptive thing there. Baby looking up at lemon character standing superhero position. Oh dear.
Hello.
Hey.
What's this for?
Live on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube.
Yeah.
What's the name? Kiwi does stuff. Can I say hi?
What?
Can I say hi to them?
Nah.
Oh, okay, see ya.
Oh, seagulls trying to photobomb again. Princess ones are in Australian dollars. Yeah, I thought a lot of them based Australian dollars once they moved to Sydney and based themselves out of there. I thought they then based themselves on Australian currency. If you're wondering how cold it is, there is a bunch of people that are happily in there swimming, even in this weather. It's not actually, it's still a really warm day, it's just windy. I'm probably getting sunburned too. Typical of me to come out on a windy day like this and completely forget that the wind is cooling me down a bit and I'm still getting quite sunburnt. So if they're doing Celebrity to Honolulu, will be in US dollars. Yeah, so that's one of the international. Oh, we can see the lines are slack on the side there, the mooring lines. So we'll see those getting pulled up and into the bow. Oh, Budsy's not here. I can hear the waves. The wind's quieting down for a little bit, and now I can hear waves. All right, is Norwegian going to be nice and going to give us a bit of a toot on the horn? That would be good. Looks like there's still a couple more attached on there. Here we go. Those ones are going slack now. The next one is anyway. Looks like there's still one more maybe after that. One thing I love about Norwegian Spirit though is that bow. The paint job on the bow. I just find it absolutely beautiful. I think all the Norwegian ones have some sort of bow-like pattern. Matty, big bloody tinny. Indeed, indeed. Although we could watch and see which boat these guys go to. We'll judge them. Are they going to that filthy one, or they're going very close to it, aren't they? Please tell me they're going past that one. All right, they're going past that one. How you doing, Matty? All right, go on. Which is yours? Quite a few of them out there. Trying to think, which one are they going to? Oh, that's a swimmer. They're not going to that one. They won't be going to that one because it's already got one on the back. Who knows? Who knows? We'll keep an eye out, see where they end up. We'll judge them on how fancy their boat is. Yeah, we're blowing a bit of a gale here, Maddie. So we're sitting at like 30 knot gusts at the moment. So a little bit windy for a little boat like that to be playing in. Go back to the swimmer. I think he's given up on us. Oh, no, he's having another go at swimming. Filthy look if ever I've seen one. Oh dear. I could go to the other swimmers down the beach, but I might get in trouble. It's not that sort of stream. They're not wearing wetsuits. %, that guy is swimming though. I mean, credit to him, he's doing better than I could. Where'd that other boat get to? Oh, they only went to there. No, where are they? There. Yeah, not a bad looking boat there, mate. Don't lose your little rubber ducky. All right, I think Norwegian is on the move. I can see the line to Tai Timu was tight. So yeah. Sun's out, bun's out. I mean, you're at the beach. What else do you wear, right? What was that? Was that meant to be a honk from the ship, or? I heard some noise. Oh, that wind. I was trying to work out if it was the horn or not. It didn't sound very good, did it? Maybe I needed more ambient. Maybe I haven't got enough ambient because busy trying to not deafen you all with the wind. Sounded like a Falcon. Yeah, I think it was. Just sounded a little bit odd. I mean, the wind's definitely not in our favour. It's blowing the sound away from us. Let's go like this. I mean, that's a heap of ambient now. We can hear the waves. Trying to avoid getting too much wind noise going on. She's a moving, indeed. Got one tug there doing a bit of hard pulling. Other tug over there doing a bit of hard pulling. So it will be moving, yeah, as well as it's mostly moving sideways, but they may be going ever so slightly backwards or astern, just to help them line up to the channel. Once heard a cruise ship horn 6 k's away at home with no wind. Yeah, you get a nice still night. Those sounds travel. So. Trying to see where the guy swimming ended up. Oh, he's gone back the other way. He's turned around and headed back. In fact, he may even pop into the bottom of the image in a moment. Oh, he's beached himself. There he is, just down the bottom there. He swam as far as he could swim, and then he oh, he's going again. I'm getting stalked by a seagull. Oh, there we go. He liked the ambient. Beach stairs, yeah. I mean, that shows just how deep it is there. I'm amazed at that yacht. I guess it's not too deep for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up on the beach at some point. So it's taken a fair bit of effort to move it inch by inch. Chasing some hot chips, probably. As long as he doesn't poop on me, he's fine. Francis, how you going? Welcome along. Kiwi does see. That sounds wrong. You could just go with like a bird spotting or something like that. Because then we can try things like we can go like this and go, where's that one? Up there. And follow them. Sitting there gliding in the wind. figure out what I can hear. Probably just a big ship's engine or something like that. Airbus. That gull needed some wing flex emojis. Although it was kind of reverse wing flex, wasn't it? But it was very much the Airbus shape. Tally wants to know what's drawn me to Tauranga this weekend. Well, today I'm just here to watch cruise ships. I'll go home again after this. It's only an hour's drive for me, so I come here a lot. During the summer, I'm probably here 2 or 3 times a week. And then once I'm back at work and stuff like that, I'm probably here most weekends. But Tally, specifically this weekend, tomorrow, I will be back over here. For those who don't know, the Black Falcons are in town. They landed here. Actually, we did catch them on the stream just before. What was that, like half an hour ago or something like that? So the Black Falcons are here in town, performing tomorrow. Hopefully this wind settles down a bit. So I am going to come over and stream that. If you look on the channel, you'll see there is a stream already scheduled. Oh, okay. Are they satisfied they've got it far enough out now by the looks of it? The tugs are moving in. Looks like they might be disconnecting. If you look really close, you can see them. See the rope going up in that hole there. There you go, it's getting lowered out. So I assume that means that Norwegian has enough manoeuvrability on its own to make the turn. That, or maybe they're going to have to go and push from the other side. But they'd normally be able to pull that. Telly used to do the drive between the old forest road, Tauranga Direct Road. Yes, very nice road now. Well, for the most part, there's a couple of curly corners on it, but we're going to get to see some pushing action. That'd be cool if we get to see a little bit of pushing action on the other side there, if that's what it's going to take to get the boat to move in these winds. Swimmers spoil the illusion that the water's really deep. At low tide, you can walk out here like all the way out to the boats pretty much. Once you hit the channel though, yes, it's deep. Look at that, we're going to get to see a little bit of tugboat push action. Obviously the winds are just that little bit too much for them to do it on the ropes and pulls, so head around the other side and push. I almost feel like the tug push emoji. There we go. Alex has just done it. The pushback emoji with the ship front. Oh, very nice. Very nice, Alex. I was going to say it almost is fishing, isn't it? I take photos. One of the photos I always love to get is the straight on front shot. I'm surrounded.
This is the Meet the Fockers,
Oh, how's it going?
and I'm Helen Chapman.
Hey, good to meet
And
you.
our daughter is Jardine, but she lives in Brisbane. So
Ah, right.
we're huge followers of
Thank you.
And we are from that ship, see, behind that passenger vessels.
Oh, right, not the one that's leaving without you.
We are just there.
Oh, awesome. Oh, how random.
We saw it on live on TV. Oh, we lived just down a bit.
Yeah.
But, oh, right, we're going to come and find you.
Nice.
Shame about the wind, otherwise it'd be picture perfect.
Yeah. A little bit of a shame, but deal with all circumstances.
So where do you live? You're Auckland.
Rotorua.
Oh, Rotorua.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought you were from watching the Brisbane one. I thought.
No. So when I stream from Auckland, I drive up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 2.5 hours roughly.
Your life out.
All good. Awesome. But no, nice to meet you.
You're very nice to meet you. Really love what you do, eh?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, for Matty and Jimmy. And
Yeah, I think Maddie might actually be watching at the moment. So
I wondered-
Jimmy's fast asleep.
I wondered if they would be. Are you Canon or Nick? I'll make sure.
Sony.
Oh, my God.
Sony.
Oh, okay.
Sony's best for video.
Oh, yeah. I don't do video. I only do stuff.
Fair enough.
yeah, we just live here. We live right here.
Nice.
I swim up and down all the time.
Yeah. Jealous. I'd move here if I could.
What's the real job?
This, but not this. But
Are you doing oceans tomorrow?
I'm going to just do the Black Falcons tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We'll see you down there, probably.
Okay.
We heard one fly over earlier over the house.
Yeah. So they're all at the airport now. We caught 3 of them on stream before. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Good thing you get it.
All good. All right. Thank you.
See ya.
Oh, how cool was that? Indeed, everyone, that is Meet the Fockers has turned up in here. He popped down to say hi, so I love it. Something a little bit different. Probably pretty easy to spot me. Look for the guy with the big camera setup going on down the beach. And then some other guys just came up from behind me. They're off the cargo ship from in behind, so they came to say hi as well. Oh, nice. Benny spotted Kurt Wag. Yeah. Blue Dog got to head off. Awesome. Have a great weekend. See you next time. Maddie heard my name, whatever it was, wasn't me. So Meet the Fockers. You'd know Meet the Fockers from your stream, Maddie. He lives here, right where I'm standing, like pretty much right here. So he came down to say hi. And, you know, obviously huge fans of yours as well. So. Definitely a bit of hard work going on down there with the tugs trying to keep it in line, fighting that wind. We might see a few more actual passengers on this one. So this one's got just under 2,000 passengers on board, I believe. The main one is that yellow and black marker there, just on the other side of that boat, just sort of trying to show itself. They've got to be on the other side of that, because that marks the split of the channel. Mr. Aero, how you going? This is odd of me. What's so odd about me out here spotting a cruise ships? Funny enough, I think I streamed cruise ships before, or ships before I streamed planes. So. Looks like it's starting to make headway now. The tugs are pulling back. Lots more spectators on this one. You guys can see, can you? Few up the top. Pretty quiet. Pretty quiet up on the top deck. Maybe a few in their balconies. Nice view of the bridge. The bridge being the cockpit of the ship. Suzanne, floaty boat is a lot more than your hometown. Yep. Yep. So yeah, we got the big one in on Monday. That's got like 4,000 and 4,500 passengers on board. Just interesting. Unless Auckland Airport's had enough of you. No, not at all. Not at all. So there's a reason. Oh, all black Dashi. Where is it? Is that the Dashi or the ATR? Either way, it's an All Blacks plane. How nice having a few people say hello. Yeah, indeed. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm just this random dude out here pointing a camera, but people are really loving it, which is awesome. I like that. $1,400 in your hometown. Yeah, so there's more on this cruise ship than in your hometown. Yeah, we've had a little bit of plane spotting actually. We caught the black Falcons before, and we've caught a couple of departures from the airport. So this one's getting a double tug escort out at the moment, just to be sure. Those winds are a little bit up, and it's got quite a broad side to it, so hate to see it get pushed out of the channel by the winds. Anyone know what 5 short blasts on the horn means? I can't remember. There might be someone in the channel actually. There is a relevant meaning. I mean, I can't remember. 5 short blasts of the horn might be that I don't know what you're doing. So if there's a boat in the channel, essentially saying, sort yourself out and get out of my way. Thank you.
You know.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. I just had a packet of Tim Tams brought to me. Oh, that is absolutely hilarious. Oh. Get out of the way, peasants. Yeah, pretty much. In this case, might does have right. Oh, that's just brilliant. After the Tim Tam slam. 5 blasts of the horn, immediate attention, imminent danger. Yeah, so essentially there must have been a boat in the channel potentially. Shouldn't the pilot boat move boats out the way ahead of them? So the pilot boat at the moment will be out of the other ship, picking up the pilot off that. And then it's just going to wait out there and grab it. Should the pilot boat be moving things? Pilot boat shouldn't have to. So anyone who operates a boat should know the rules and understand it, and basically don't sit in the channel blocking a gigantic cruise ship coming through. Andy saying that was NZ257 going from Tauranga to Wellington. Aha. Was it 8257 or something like that? Normally would be another number in there. Alright, looks like they've dropped off the 2 tugs now. They're making good way. See quite a bit of splash coming up on the front there. As the wind sort of whips around you can see it's almost like a little tornado at the front. Alright, and just like that, Norwegian Spirit is going to make the turn and head on out of the harbour. I think this cruise ship was in Tassie a few days ago. Very possible. Very possible. So what? Pretty much all the cruise ships you see in Australia, you then see in New Zealand as well. There's a couple that will only do Australia and not New Zealand. Rob needs some dinghy emojis. Maybe we'll work on that. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see how I feel on Monday. Monday night, 8 PM is when the big girl leaves. So maybe I mean, if people are liking this, you know, I don't expect it to be as full on as a plane stream. But if people are sort of enjoying it, then we can watch the big one leave on Monday evening. There's those tugs. Let's watch the tug cruise on in. I do really like the colour scheme of these tugs now. That dark bottom with that deep yellow on top. Well, I think we can pretty much call that a stream. Yeah. We'll wrap it up here. No fancy outros or endings or anything for this. It was just a bit of a laid-back experiment just to see how it would go. See if anyone would even enjoy it. So, awesome. Nearly OPN yellow. That's very true, very true. So awesome to see that so many of you did hang around, actually. You know, and for the most part are enjoying it. So I got to make some decisions on what I think's going to happen. Whether I will be able to maybe do some of these on public stream as opposed to members only. I got to decide if I feel it's going to hurt the YouTube algorithm or not. One way to find out, isn't it? Experiment. But yeah, so thank you to everyone who's hung out. To those who gave a bit of a sticker or a super chat or whatever today as well. Certainly not expected, but very much appreciated. Awesome idea. Well done, says Dave. Awesome. Thank you. Wendy enjoyed it too. Thank you very much to all of you. And meet the fuckers, and I believe it was Helen. Thank you very much for the Tim Tams as well. Neil saying, made your afternoon less boring at home. Probably chat on OPN tonight. Maddie, hopefully. We're going to see you. Or are we getting a sneaky again? Alright, I've got to walk over to my car and grab my iPad. So you can all just enjoy this this view until I hit the end button. Have a view of about there, you know. That's a good view for you. Enjoy it. Alright. Have a good night, everyone, and yeah, maybe we'll chat later. Cheers.